Hello and welcome to Empower Your Soul. With Thanksgiving coming up tomorrow, for those of us here in the United States, or maybe you're listening to this on Thanksgiving or the day after, or I don't know, whenever. But I wanted to take a moment to talk about gratitude, our journeys, and actually talk about what I'm grateful for this Thanksgiving as well, because I don't talk about my gratitude enough. I know that I'm kind of on to the next and on to the next and on to the next. And that's my personality, that I'm like, that's great. Let's go. What's the next step? But it's also just wonderful to take a moment to reflect. And I love that we actually have a day where we can reflect on what we're grateful for in our culture. So let's go. And I want to start with, think about everything that's gotten you to where you are today. And this is something that comes up time and time again in my readings with clients when they feel discouraged, when they feel upset, when they think about their journey and how their present circumstances and whether things are bad or not going the way they want. And Spirit always likes to bring in a different perspective that always asks, where have you come from? Think about everything that you have done, or all the synchronicities, or all the things that have had to happen to get you to where you are today. They might be good, they might be bad, but everything that we experience in life has a purpose, and they're all meant ultimately for your growth as an individual, as a soul. And I'm here to let you know today you have overcome or managed to get through everything that has come your way your entire life up until this moment. I just say that because I can't predict the future for you. I don't know. I'm sorry. But you have survived 100% of the shit that you have gone through. You have been able to experience life's joys, life's pains, and that has all led you to who you are today, the beautiful, amazing, wonderful soul that you are today. And I just want to pause and give a moment of gratitude to you as the listener for everything that you've gone through to get to where you are today. Because I bet you are stronger than you think you are. You are more amazing than you think you are. And I know that you are just an absolute treasure of a soul that is seeking to understand more and become better. And how wonderful is that? How wonderful is that? So I want you, number one, to honor your journey, good or bad, and what led you to where you are today. And that is such a huge statement, and I'm probably going to leave that with you. But I just want you to feel that in your heart space. Feel that love that Spirit has for you. And know that even though you may have gone through hard times, they always have your back. They always have your back. And they know that you can't always do it alone. So they're walking right beside you every day to help you through that as well. And when I say Spirit, whoever popped into your head is who I'm talking about. It could be your guides. It could be your loved ones. It could be, obviously people you didn't think about as well, but whoever just popped up in your brain at that moment is who wants you to know they've showed up for you. So number one, I'm grateful for you and your journey, and I want to tell you I'm proud of you too. And number two, I want to talk about what gratitude does to our energy, because gratitude is such a high vibrational energy. And I know there's gratitude journals everywhere, right? And I'm sure you'll sit around the Thanksgiving table and talk about what I'm grateful for, and maybe you'll write it in a journal. But gratitude for our energy is a very, very high vibrational energy. It is on the top of the spectrum, because when you show gratitude, that's essentially love, and love is the best energy you can get. That's the highest vibration energy you can get. So the more that you can embrace life from a gratitude perspective, the higher your natural frequency is going to get. And I know we're not always grateful all the time, and our energy is 100% on a spectrum, and our vibrational level is 100% on a spectrum, depending on what's going on every day. That's okay. But the more that you can bring gratitude in, you're setting the intention of thank you with the universe, and you're setting the intention of I appreciate what you send my way, and they will send you good things your way. Maybe not all the time. Maybe I shouldn't have said that, but you're setting the intention of I'm grateful, and they receive that and they want to reciprocate that for you. So here's what I'm thankful for this Thanksgiving season. And I hope you don't mind me jumping, but I think it's going to be interesting for a lot of you, because I think a lot of you practitioners will be able to agree with this and probably add to it. And then for those of you that are, my clients or people that want to work with me, I want to give you perspective as well. And me as a professional, what I'm grateful for with what I do, with talking to dead people, with talking to Akashic Records, with helping you with your soul's journey and alignment. And what I'm grateful for in this journey. And just to give you a little sneak peek into my mind. So what I'm grateful for, in no particular order, this is just the order that I wrote down on my paper, is I am so thankful for my team. So my guides, who have been with me forever, but they were the first people who showed up and let me know they were there as I started with my spiritual journey. And I'm so grateful and thankful for them for always showing me the way. And again, our guides, our spirit guides, are not here to make life easy for us. They're here to help us learn the lessons we chose before we came here on this earth. So I know that they are actively pushing me in places that make me uncomfortable, probably putting me in scenarios that I fucking hate. But I know that, and also, they send me those 111s once in a while, so that makes up for it, right? The 444 is the angels. So you're with me. I get it. It's a horrible experience, but you're with me. I get it. So they are just always sending me what I need, not necessarily what I want. And I'm so grateful and thankful for them for showing up every day for me and helping me as a soul figure out where I'm supposed to go, what I'm supposed to be, and helping me learn those lessons I really want to learn. So making this an effective life so I don't have to come back here and learn the same lessons. Thank you for that. Next up, I also want to thank, in terms of my team, I consider my departed loved ones as my team. And as I say that, Spirit is making me aware that it's not just my departed loved ones. Don't mind the pauses in here. This is just me tearing up in this episode. It's also the loved ones who I've read for other people that have asked if they could be part of my team as well. Sorry, that one hit me. Welcome to my life. I don't cry besides doing the spiritual work, by the way. It's very awkward. Those loved ones show up time and time again in my readings. So particularly with practice readings, I have a core group of people. I have a lot of dead people. I'm going to put that out there. But I have a core group of people who show up time and time again in practice readings for people I'm paired with, for my students. And they're just there, right? They're there every time. And some of them are very pushy. Some of them come through all the fucking time. Two in particular are my Uncle Roger comes through constantly. Like, he's like the number one person who comes through. And then also a lot of my husband's departed family, who I know as well, also comes through. So Yuri comes through constantly in all my readings that I have with practice sitters. And and I know that those readings aren't for me. And I know those readings are for my practice sitters. And they're for the sitters to learn certain types of spirits. So I'll just put it out there. I have very unique family. So that makes sense to me that these two people in particular just show up time and time and time again because they're so different. But I know so many different loved ones that I know that I've related to, friends, children, like all of these people show up time and time again to help not only me, but also to help those in my space. God, I'm a mess. So what's happening right now energetically is they're sending the love back to me that I'm sending to them. And that's why I keep crying. And that's why I keep pausing, because what they do is they send thank you. Now, as soon as I said that, they finally let it go. So thank you. But apparently they wanted me to say it. So when I talk about them, they're sending that love feeling back to me, and that love feeling fills my heart and it overflows my energy field and makes me cry, because that energy is so strong that it needs to move. So that's why I keep crying, is because they keep sending it that way. But of course, now that I've said that, now that I've not acknowledged it, they're going to back up. Let me get through this podcast episode. But yeah, so I'm really just so thankful for my guides and mine and your departed loved ones on the other side that show up for me every single time in my work. I am so grateful as well for my journey here and all the lessons I've learned. And this includes, sorry about my nasally sound. Hang on. Okay. And this includes my past, because I know I was supposed to be on the path that I was at before. Like, I know I was supposed to be in corporate America. I know that I was supposed to be in that space learning these tools, and I'm not sure why yet. But I was supposed to be there. And now that I've shifted into more of the spiritual work, I'm so appreciative of that journey too, because it's allowed me to really move out of the more masculine energy. And I say that because I'm kind of learning it and I'm playing with all this masculine, feminine energy, but like moving out of this authoritarian, black and white, not authoritarian, authoritative, black and white, no energy, no emotions space where it's just literally data. And I'm not even like a heart. It's just like me showing up and doing my work with my brain all day long, to more of a heart-centered work. And that like 180 shift for me is, I'm going to be honest, a little traumatic. I mean, what I think it's doing is helping me become a better soul and helping me become more well-rounded and helping me make sure I'm living my life from a balanced perspective. But for me, as someone who historically, let's come in, let's get the job done, let's go home, like not really bringing my heart to my work, it's a totally different experience for me. And I'm so appreciative of that journey as well, because I feel so much more like myself. Like, I feel fully embodied now with this spiritual work than I ever have. And I mean, I've always been a confident person. I've always been, I'm sorry, humble's not the word you would use for me. I've always been really good at what I do because I fucking work at it. I work really hard at it. And I won't stop until I'm the best in everything. So being able to kind of bring that space, but then also show up use that same tool and like show up in this totally different way and use it in a more heart-centered perspective and help me kind of fully embody all aspects of me and not just these more masculine traits. Like, I'm feeling so much more love for myself. And maybe that's part of the journey, is finding that gratitude, finding that love for myself that I didn't know was possible. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that there. So that's something spirituality definitely makes you do, is uncover all the dirt, all of the trauma, all of the triggers that you have in yourself, because what will happen is spirit will send you your triggers and readings. They will send you horrible parents in reading. They will send you people who die by very traumatic ways in readings. I'm going to say it that way to not trigger anybody, but like that's what they do. They make you, they force you to look at yourself and remove all of these internal blocks, these internal resistance, so that you can start moving forward more wholly and stop avoiding things that make you uncomfortable. And it's so freeing when that happens. So I'm so grateful for that in my journey. And I'm also just so grateful for the people that I've met in this amazing journey. And I'm going to say both dead and alive. I'm going to put that out there too. But for those of you that are my friends, my confidants, my teachers, I'm so grateful for you for allowing me space and rooting me on and showing me the way and keeping me in check. And I know that I'm not the easiest personality. I know that I'm very black and white when it comes to certain things. And I just want to say thank you to all of you that are in my physical space with me. I'm going to say it that way. And then for those of you that are, I'm going to say more client-centered, or those of you that haven't met me yet, like I'm going to say clients first. people who have done readings with me or who have met me, I cannot tell you how much every single one of you means to me. And I see you posting comments on my social media, and I see you sending me emails and sending me text messages for those of you that have my number. And I'm just so grateful. I gotta be honest, I didn't trust women. This is a thing that I'm getting over. I don't trust women. I generally don't trust women. This is probably back to my childhood and some family trauma that I have, but generally, like, I just don't trust women. So the fact that 90% of my clients are women, and not just women, badass, amazing, heart-centered, lovely women, it's really rewriting the narrative for me personally that you're all so cool. Like you're all amazing. How can I not love women with all of you in my life? And I'm just so grateful for all of you and your openness and your honesty and allowing me in your space to help you on your journey, whether that's connecting with departed loved ones, whether that's connecting with your spirit guides, talking with your soul, talking with your Akashic Records team. I am so grateful for your trust in me and for allowing me the opportunity to really like get into your energy and say the things that I have to say, because I know not everything I say, okay, I'll say it this way. Everything I say is channeled through spirit, but I know that I am the messenger for a lot of tough conversations, for a lot of amazing conversations as well, and reconnection and reunions with loved ones, but also I'm the deliverer of sometimes really tough love too. And thank you for allowing me and accepting me as your messenger. I want to say it that way. And also allowing me to deliver those messages and still loving me anyway, and still trusting me anyway. And I know that sounds weird, but when you bring it through a departed, I'm going to trigger probably, when you bring through a departed person who sexually abused you, I'm the messenger of that person. I have to tell you who they were, what their personality is, and I have to be the one that says what they did, and I have to tell you that they're sorry. And like for me to bring, for any professional, it's not just me, it's not a me problem. For any professional that has to bring through those messages, it is so hard. And I have to say things all the time that I don't agree with or that I don't like. And yet you still love me anyway. And you're able to separate me from maybe some of the messages that you receive. And I just want to thank you for that. And this is a lot about me, and I'm sorry. I don't mean to make it about me, but I just want to say I am so appreciative of all of you for allowing me to do what I do best and do what I love. And I love you, your engagement, who you are, the amazing souls that you are. And I want to see every single one of you thrive. And if that means I work really hard and I will do whatever it takes to help you become the best version of you. And thank you for trusting me to lead you there. I guess that's how I want to say it. And then in terms of your departed loved ones, God, are they funny? Like, they are so funny. Your departed loved ones and your spirit teams, like the people that I've met that way, you make me realize that every one of them is just so unique and so wonderful in their own way. And you really help me understand the diversity of people, of souls, of lifetimes in a way that I never thought possible. To the point where now I know in readings, if something totally wild shows up, I'm like, it's got to be true, because every single one of us is a snowflake. And I say that in a very loving way. I know that's typically a derogatory term, but every one of us is a snowflake. Every one of us is so freaking unique with our own unique path, life story, relationships, memories. And I am here for every single one of them. And every time I connect to your departed loved ones, it's like that saying that I have a kid, and then I have another kid, or I'm pregnant with another kid. Like, that idea that how could I possibly love anymore. And it's like your heart expands. There we go again. This must be really fun to listen to. But that's how I feel about all of your departed loved ones. I feel like my heart expands every time I connect with another one of your departed loved ones. So thank you for giving me sorry. That opportunity. Thank you for giving me that opportunity. Obviously, things I had to say today, because I had to move this stagnant energy out. Because that's what crying is. Crying is moving energy that needs to move. Oh, God, now I get the nasally sound again. Sorry. So I'm not going to say any more about that because they're making me cry, again, with the love that they're sending through. But I just want to say overall, just I'm so grateful for everything in my life. And I want you to know that includes you. I'm grateful for every single one of you that are listening, that are helping me reach my goals and my dreams to help other people. And thank you. Thank you for trusting me in this journey and letting me be vulnerable with all of you and just showing me the way and proving to me over and over again just by you showing up that this is what I'm meant to do. And that feels amazing. So before I become a sobbing mess again, I'm just going to say thank you. I hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving. And I can't wait to see how we all grow through this holiday season and the next year as well. So I'm sending all my love and all my gratefulness for you. All right, everybody. Take care. Love you all. Have a wonderful holiday.